Hello friends, welcome to a brand new video where we are going to create a React app without React app. Yeah, you heard it right. Because every time when I have told to create a React app with create React app from Facebook. So it is great to use that, but sometimes we can use without that also, and by that we can understand everything, the logic behind it when we do the npx create react app and our app. So let's get started, but for that we need to first understand some things. So let's understand those things, then we will go to the terminal. Okay, so the first thing which we need to do is understand webpack. So there are two main terms, webpack and babel. So the webpack, what is webpack? Webpack is a module builder. It should be noted that webpack doesn't runs during your page load, but it runs during your development. Yeah, so when we do the development, then only the webpack runs. Okay, so when we do run the command npm run build or something, npm start, so at those time the webpack run. So what does it do? It takes a js or sass file, sometime in react we use sass, and other dependency files, and convert them into plain js, javascript, css, jpg, png files which the browser can understand. So the browser actually doesn't understand sass and all those things, so it converts them into that. So what is it? This is from their website. So they see js, hvs, cgs, sass and all those things it takes, and this is our webpack module builder, and it converts it into this static assets. So this is the way the webpack run, but it's only run during the development, not during the actual run. Okay, so what is babel? So babel is a javascript compiler. So this runs during the actual run, that converts edge javascript es6 is still edge because it was released in 2015. Still a lot of browser including IE11 doesn't support it, so into plain. So it is important to convert it into plain es5 javascript that can run in any browser, even the old ones. So it can run in the old ones also. And react world also, it is used to transform the jsx code into vanilla javascript. So jsx code, as we have seen throughout my channel also, you have seen me using jsx code. So but in react also we are giving that .js. Okay, so .js, so those it converts into vanilla javascript. Okay, so that is babel. And suppose example of babel, map function with arrow key we are using like this. So babel will convert into es5 equivalent because map is available even in es5. So this function and this return, it gets converted internally like this. Okay, and the other thing, if you go to babel site, so and if you give anything like this is a jsx code, it get converted into react.create element. So what is react.create element? Actually internally in react everything is like that. This react.create element, actually when the first version of react came, we have to write everything like this, and it is very complicated. If I go even one level deep, it will create havoc, means this will become more so if you want, I can show this babel.js. Yeah, so babel.js.io, let me show this, try it out. Okay, so we have to do some presets like this es15 we have to do, and let me write div okay, let me increase the font size to 150. So see, react.create element of div, so class name equal to container. So see, like this it will do. Okay, so suppose div class name equal to header, and suppose we got a props like this. We are getting a props. Props dot header. Suppose we got that. Body props dot body. So this is the code which you had to write if you are using the older React, and this is how it converted in the browser. So this is very difficult, as you might see. So let's not get more into this. So let's start it with what we need to start, and we will create do all the boilerplate setup for create react, which the create react app give us. So for that we'll head over to the terminal. Okay, so in terminal, any directory. So see, I'm using Windows, and I'm using bash terminal, which is equivalent to a Linux. So let's get started. I will do a mkdir webpack react, anything you can give, and I will cd to it. Okay, then actually react is nothing but it is a node project under the hood. So we have to do a npm init. So to do a node project, we do npm init. Okay, so we will do the same thing, npm init. Let me give a thing web name. So generally it is advisable to keep the same name as this package name as the what is the folder name. So webpack react, I will give version, I don't need description, react app without create react app. Okay, index.js is okay, test is okay, the git is okay. Keywords we can give webpack, same thing we can give webpack react. Author, I would like to put Nabendu Viswas, and license it's okay, and then it will ask me is it right, so I'll write it, and then it will create a package.json file. Okay, so now we have to install some of the dependency before opening it in the code editor and going forward. So this package.json has been created. So there is quite a lot of things, so let me copy it from, or else I will make some mistake. So, and I will explain what are they. So the first dependency we are installing is the webpack itself, means webpack is required for a React project. So all this webpack dependency as a webpack CLI, webpack dev server. It is very important, webpack dev server, which you will see soon. Means this webpack dev server will be used to connect to our project. This whenever we in a React project we do a npm start, it runs in localhost 3000. So that thing is done actually by the webpack dev server, so that we will learn those things. Okay, so and let it get installed, the let me, and after this we are going to install a bunch of ESLint packages. Okay, so it got installed, so it is good. So next, and one thing to notice is that I'm saving it as minus dash dash save dev. So I'm saving it as a dev dependency. This is very important to do. Okay, so the next packages I'm doing is the ESLint packages. So ESLint packages. So what is ESLint? ESLint is basically the linter. Whenever you do something wrong, so it will point out to that. Okay, so code error is there, and we are using that Airbnb base. So it is a very popular base. So they have some rules which are written. So you cannot means React, that colon semi no, that curly bracket should be right, all those things. So it will do in the runtime only, means. So ESLint is very much important, and it is there in all the thing in which we do a create react app. It is there, ESLint. So it is a basic linter which helps to highlight the error. It will help to highlight the error in our code editor. Okay, so the next thing is okay, what we are going to do is the Babel thing. So okay, I think I missed n of, So let me do, I don't want to do some mistake. So yeah, so Babel, as I have already told earlier, Babel is very important to convert ES6 into ES5, which is understood by the older browser, and also JSX React code to create element React code. Okay, so now the most important thing we need to install, and that is npmi React and React. Now see, React is a open source thing, so we can store it like directly like this also. Okay, so create React app, basically it install it for us. So it is done. See, it is much more faster than also create React app. Now let us open this in our code editor. So I have opened this in my code editor. So two files are formed, package.log.json and package.json. So as we have done npm install, so and node modules are also done. So let me increase the size. I hope it is okay. Okay, so I have increased the size also. Okay, so see the name, version, description, main.js, our entry point is index.js. This is very important. Keywords are given, and dep dependency, they are all installed correctly. Dep dependencies. Okay, and this the dependencies, we installed the React by npmi. So this is not a so what is the dep dependencies? So dep dependencies are the dependencies when we are building our project locally, this runs. So and this dependency, when our website is deployed in the server, it doesn't need all these dep dependencies, because it is already compiled in a way that it doesn't require these things. So only this React and React DOM are required. Okay, so that is that. So now the most important things we need to create, we'll come back here and we will create a file, webpack.config.js. okay, and let's create some more things also. We are having a structure similar to what a create React app game, so we need a public folder also. So let me create that also, and we need a same the root index.js file also. Why index.js file? Because this main, see the main is this index.js file. So let's get started with a web config, and I will tell once how we go through it. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to do is module.exports to module. So as I have told that it is mainly a Node.js thing. So who knows a bit of Node.js, it will be easier for them. So module.export I am doing, and then this mode is development. We can change it to production also later on, and we will change and we will see the benefit. Development, so mode is development. Then the entry is index.js. So we're telling webpack that our entry is mode is development and the entry is index.js. And what is the output? Output is, so for output we need to have the exact path, so which is known as a relative path also. So we have to go here and use something which is given by node to us, path equal to require path. So see what we are using here is a sort of import which you do in React, import React something from React or something. So this is the way in node we do const path equal to require path. This is something like that, modules which are there, and we don't have to install it, it is already in the node thing. So path is path dot resolve dir name comma public. So then comma file name is in.js. Okay, so what I have done, the module.export development, it is the mode is development, entry point is index.js. So the entry point, so I am telling webpack that take all the things present in index.js and whatever the dependencies are there, and produce a file, output file in the public folder. We are resolving it through path, and the file name will be main.js, and the main.js file we are not going to create. This is webpack will create. We'll see it soon. Okay, so how webpack is creating that file. Okay, so after that we will go here, and we will mention that target is node. Okay, and comma target is a node environment, because this is all a node environment, and this is very important. Dev server camel case is there, and port, so we can mention any port here. Okay, so 9500, let me mention that port. So this is the port which is in, when you do in a React app, we do npm start, it starts at a port 3000. So this is 9500. Content base is public. So this again we have to mention that where is the content taken from. The content is taken from public, this dev server. So when we are doing this, I told that there is a very important dependency where webpack dev server. So this one creates that dev server. When we do npm start, so it will run this application at localhost 9500, and then will take the content from the public folder. Okay, and it is open. We have to make it as true. So yeah, it will open it. So after that dev server, we are telling another thing. We need to resolve some extensions. So resolve extensions, and the extensions are .js. All React files we create with .js, and many people don't know, but we can create a React file with .jsx extension also, and it will run exactly fine. And we need to process that .json also. This is very important. .json files also we need to process. So as you know, a lot of time we process .json files also, and so this is done. And then we actually need a Babel configuration file before creating some. We'll create some rules in our webpack.config. So Babel configuration we have already done, install Babel, but we need a Babel configuration also. So let me do here, come here, new file .babel. Dot is important, dot is there. Okay, .babel or see, it is showing a nice icon of Babel also. Nowadays VS Code comes with all the icons. You don't have to install it by going into the themes. You can change it, but by default it comes. Okay, so Control B, I will do Babel RC. So here presets, some presets we have to take. Okay, so the presets will be at Babel preset env. Okay, and at Babel preset React. Okay, preset React. So these presets will be there, and we have to take plugins also. So it is already giving me plugins. So it is already giving me. So these are the things we need to have at Babel plugin syntax dynamic import. So this plugin we require. So plugin syntax dynamic import. The other plugin which we require is at Babel plugin transform runtime. So these two plugins we require. Let me see if I had made any mistakes or not, or it will throw some error. Babel preset env preset react, okay, and plugin syntax dynamic import plugin transform runtime. Yeah, so they are right. Okay, so these are the some of the default thing which we need for the our Babel configuration. Okay, so after that we will write the rules for our project, for our web config. So these are the rules, means let's write the rules, then we will understand. So for that we will go to module, then an object rules, an array, and we can have multiple rules, but this right now we need to have some rules which are mandatory. Test, okay, and we are using a regular expression here. Dot JSX dollar and comma. Okay, it is giving me some error. Yeah, we are having this regular expression and it is taking from there. Okay, let me see if it gives more error, then I will take from it. Okay, so exclude is node modules. So why we are excluding this node modules? We are excluding this node modules because the node modules already have all this test. So the rules is there, you should include all the JSX and the telling that the kind of file extension the rule should look for. We should only look for JS and JSX file. Okay, so these rules are there, and then we have to use a use, and use we have to give the loader Babel loader. So this is very important. So what we are basically telling, we are basically telling that you should take all the JS and JSX files but exclude the node modules and apply the Babel loader into it while our project is running. So I think I made some mistake because it should not give this error. Let me see. Okay, some mistake is there. Just let me do one thing. I have a project for this. Let me copy it. See, it is not, nothing is there. So something is wrong in regular expression. Oh, I got the issue. I have to close the regular expression. Okay, so now it is done. Okay, so no error, and now our webpack is done. So one thing I need to tell you what we are doing. So we are actually, I have created a thing for that also. We are basically telling webpack to take the index.js from this entry, Then check for all the file extension in resolve. Check for all the file extension in resolve. After that, apply the rules in module.rules, this module.rules, and produce the output and place it in the main.js in the produce the output and place it in the main.js in the output folder. Okay, so this is what it does. So now what we need to do, we need to come back and we need to have a index.html file also. This is quite similar to what create react app also does. So you might have seen this index.html file there also in the create react app. So this is very important, but before that, let us make the index.js file, and again you'll see it is exactly similar. Import react from react, import react DOM from react DOM, and then we are soon going to create an app file which we need. So app file is the entry point, so it is exactly similar to what we have in react app. Import app from .src. We are going to create a src folder. Inside that, this app file will be there, and now react DOM dot render will be there, and there we will do this app and document dot get element by id root. Okay, so this is there. Let me save it. I'll come back to it what it is, or let me tell everything. So what we are doing, we are telling to take everything in app. So app is a file which we are going to create, and that is a general element. Take everything app and render it in a root element. This is a root element, and see, this is a JavaScript type of a thing. Document.get element by id root. So we are rendering everything in a root element. Okay, so this is what React is doing. Okay, so all the React has mainly it is inside just a root element which we are going to see soon. So index.html, and I will do a shortcut shift this exclamation mark, and then I will press tab, and it will give me the HTML boilerplate. Okay, so here let me change the title to webpack react, and the thing is that I am going to have two things here. Okay, and that is, first thing is div hash. Am I using the shortcut from Amit? So id of no root, id of root. So this is what I was telling about. So this whole React app will be rendered here. All the HTML will be rendered here. Okay, all the HTML. Okay, and the second thing is script src is main.js. So we are not creating the main.js, but it will be in the same directory. So all the rules from main.js will be applied. So this is our whole React app. All the HTML here, and it will apply the rules from main.js. So this is our whole React app. So all React app comes in the root, and the main.js from the web server will soon webpack. We will soon see how. Then, as I have told, we have to create a new folder known as src, and inside that I will create app.js. okay, and then rafc. I have a snippet, so this is a very good snippet. All of you should have this, actually, this thing. So it's get cool. This tank shortcuts rfc will give me a functional component, because React is moving to functional, so we'll create those functional. Okay, so just as I have told earlier, and I don't want this, actually. Okay, I created export default app. Okay, and let me have this as h1 so that this can be big. Hello webpack react. Okay, hello webpack react. So this is done. Hello webpack react. And now before testing our project, we need some scripts to run react. Okay, so everything is done, all the setup has been done, but we have to go back to a package.json and let us do some script. We don't need this test script, so let me remove it. And we will need two script. One is the start, which will be webpack dev server, so which we have included webpack dev server dot npm start. So this will run npm start, and this, the second one will be build, build, and this one will be w will be capital webpack dot. Okay, webpack dot, it will be like this. And now everything is done, and now we'll check that whether everything is running. And let me clear it, and npm run build we are giving, and we are getting some error. Actually, I know this error, why it is coming. The current version of webpack, which is version 5, have some issues. Okay, so we have to go back to the older version. So let me go back to the older version also. So I need this versions. Okay, so let me paste this versions. I have pasted this is the older version. From 5 we have changed to 4, and these are all we are downgraded. Okay, so this error, when you see this video, I think you won't require to do this, because webpack might have fixed it. See, everything is cutting edge, so you get this error in open source. If you want to use open source, everything is like this only, works like this only, and big companies works on this, so they will fix it. So but I have included something new, so I have to install them. So npm install or npm I have to do. So npm I will do, and it will install those things. Okay, those new files. So yeah, it is done. Clear. And if everything is okay now, let me see. npm run build, npm run build. It is running. Yep, it is running. And see, suddenly the main.js have come. Okay, suddenly the main.js have come. So let us see what is there inside. So inside there, it is all, see, there are a lot of things inside there, and a lot of garbage, and we cannot read most of it because it is a form of JavaScript, but it is all, everything is bundled up and all this. It's a very big file, very big logic. Okay, so how big is this file? Actually, we want to see how big is this file. Reveal. So what happens when you create a React app, only this index.html and this main.js will go to the browser. Okay, not our React app, because browser doesn't understand React. So this is 1000 KB or 1 MB. This is quite big, and the browser have to load this much JavaScript. Okay, so for a React app. So now it is done. Let us see whether our project is running or not. npm start localhost 9500, and it is running perfectly. Our project is running perfectly. So this is how a React we have created the create React app. Now after that, app.js, you can create your own component and it will run perfectly. So I want to show one more thing. Okay, so let me come back here, and main.js, let me close it, and see, the development mode was development. So let me do it to production. Okay, so the production I will do. Okay, the production I have done. Now I have to let me remove this, delete it, delete the main.js. Okay, now again I'll do npm run build. Again the webpack thing will get created, but this time it is in the production mode. So you should understand this is in the production mode, not in a development mode. And let me reveal in file accessible. See, only 129 KB, from 1 MB to only 129 KB, and this is very less. So what magic did or webpack did for production build? See, everything is minified, everything is in one line. So this is minification, it has done the minification of it, so that's why it has become so small. But the thing is that you might be thinking that we should always run it in the production mode. 129 KB is far smaller than 1 MB. So, but it is not the case. But in production mode, the problem is that the hot reloading, the famous hot reloading with React, it doesn't work that much well, and you will face some problem. So you should always do it in the development mode, but when you deploy, you should change it in the production. So let me also show that npm start runs in the production mode. Yeah, it is running. Yeah, it is running in the production mode. Okay, and hot reloading, as you all might know, what is hot reloading in React means app.hello webpack react in production, and it's, see what I was telling. Is it running? I've saved it, but I'm refreshing it. So that is the problem. So hot reloading should reload it at the moment. So that is sometimes a problem with a production mode. That's why we should always run in the development mode. So hope you learned something good about the features behind the Create React app. So please do like this video and please subscribe to my channel, which help me to produce more videos like this. Thank you.